Ladies and gentlemen, kama kawa, Truth Watchdog hapa hivi, nimewaletea ingine moto. Guys, nakwambia this is chilling. This is chilling. Mr. Kioni around 4 hours ago come up na chilling information about maandamano iliyofanyika Sabasaba. Number one, that Goons walikuwa prisoners. Gava iliende kaleta prisoners, ikawaferi different areas, wakaribu mali za watu. Hey! Another chilling message unataka kusikia hapa. Anasema very clearly that watu waanze kuangalia kama kuna Kware area zenyu. Unajua Fagedo tuko na Kware. Baadhi ya Wasagedo hebu changamkeni. Hebu angalieni Kware. Kioni amesema angalieni hizo area zote. Kuna mwili huko ndani, there must be bodies there. Kama this is true, because these are allegations. If this is true, that the government is using prisoners to burn down the properties of people, destroy, and even participate in killing, tulikuwa nashindwa ama Goons wanawaka aje along mapolisi. Na ujue Goons kwanza, kitu ya kwanza hii mtaa inakuwaga hivi, yani Goons ni kaa wezi, yani ni maboys wanakuwaga tu Jaba area, hawanaga nini na watakagi hata uaganism ya mapolisi. Any relationship to do with police, Goons hawatakagi. Lakini hao walikuwa na wakina police, ati apparently they are prisoners. Hey, si wacha tumwachie ongee.
Mnakumbuka ya kwamba kinara wa ODM, former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, he called for a convention. I don't know what he was calling, but he called it a conclave this time. And you must admire him for the many vocabularies that he has. The conclave. Kongamano la watu atuwakae chini tuweze kuongea mambo ya Kenya. Today, I am aware of people who are sitting in different places, including if you go to Boulevard, wadu ambao wanapangwa ili waanze kuitisha the conclave. And I want to say that this is the call for a convention, a conference or a conclave is yet another con game. A con game similar to what we had at Nadico, that was conceived by Raila together with William Ruto. This time loud, Nadico was to create the broad-based government. Round hii, it is now to give life to the broad-based government. Ni kuipatia maisha. How can we finish the 2 years left? That is the question Raila and William are asking themselves. And the con game that they have come up with is now a conclave. I call upon Kenyans to reject anything that causes us to sit together, because if we had any intention of discussing the issues that Wakenya walikuwa nataka kuziongelea, we would have done it at the Nadico. Remember, during the Nadico, we also talked about the same issues of cost of living, the economy of this country, governance issues, accountability, justice, and those things. And the scheme is bigger. You create chaos in the country and then make it look like it is only if we sit together that we can get the country going forward. And I say, why am I saying we create chaos? Look at what happened on the eve of 25th of June this year. On 25th of June this year. And what happened on Sabasaba and also on the eve of Sabasaba. One thing that is coming out clear kutoka kwa yale maandamano yalikuwako ni kwamba kila Mkenya ambaye alishuhudia uharibifu wa mali anasema ya kwamba wale ambao walikuwa wanaharibu mali sehemu yao hawajui. They were all strangers. They are not known to the locals. Even the ordinary ile vijana wetu wale wanakuwa pale kwa ile Mung'etho, wanasema hawajui. And that is why when I say this was a state sponsored militia, what we now gather is that wote walikuwa naitwa Jimo. The code name usiku wa operation was Jimo. That was the word that was going through, meaning that they had a chain of command, and this was a state sponsored terror on the people. Ile tumeona kwa simu saa hii ni wakichoma supermarket Maguna, Meru. The police officers are actively taking part. You can see them throwing stones kufuja kioo ili moto igie ndani ya supermarket. If you look at the burning that was done at Olkalao on the 25th of June, the guys were literally breaking the vehicles ili waweke moto wachome, na mwenye alikuwa anapiga video kutoka pahali fulani juu anasema hawa tuwajui, these are strangers to us. What are we now hearing today? And this is upon the state, those in the institutions to confirm. We are now hearing that these are actually prisoners, wafungwa, mafungwa, wale ambao wamefungwa ndio wanatumiwa na serikali kuwaletea Wakenya shida. If that is true, then Ruto has lost it completely. If it is true that the damage, the destruction to property that we witnessed on the 25th, before and after, and what we are witnessing, including last evening, maybe in some places, it was done by people who had left the prisons across the country, then the state has a lot to answer. In fact, they need to even answer to that fear alone, ya kwamba tulikuwa tunapigwa na maabusu. Na kuna sababu ya kufikiria kwamba hayo mambo ni ya ukweli. Ni kwa nini the night before yesterday, Ruto was attacked a day or two, 3 days almost after the protest, after Sabasaba. Na watu wanaambiwa tokeni town, tokeni town, tokeni town. Alafu in the night munafamiwa. I think we need to ask ourselves also, na wewe kama unaishi pahali kuna Kware, kama ile ya Kware, ile tuliona pale wakati ya Azimio, kama unaishi pahali kuna Kware, anza kuangalia kama kuna Mili kwa hiyo Kware. Lazima kuwe kuna Mili katika hizo sehemu ambazo zilikuwako. And that is why it's important to say this. Up to where we are, we have lost over 167 bodies. Kuanzia Azimio, kuja Gen Z, and now Sabasaba. The number that we are being given, which I believe is higher myself, 167 bodies that have been lost. Today, we are burying Boniface Karaoke kule Murang'a. And I was going to attend until I got this information. More people are going to die if again we in the opposition agree to be defined by anger and not the issues that took the Gen Z out to the streets. May I repeat this again? Makasiriko yale unaona na Ruto, na makasiriko ninaona na Gachagua. Na ni kweli Gachagua wako na sababu ya kukasirika kwa sababu alifukuzwa vibaya. Lakini hayo makasiriko yakiwa ndio itatusaidia sisi watu wa opposition kujimudu, tutasahau ni kwa nini Gen Z walitokezea on the 25th of June. Gen Z defined what we as opposition should bring us together. And that was the cost of living. It was the issue of the economy. It was the issue of justice. It was the issue of accountability. It was the issue of transparency. Of course, now the extrajudicial killing and the need to ensure that those families are compensated is back on the table, because the killings happened when we said that the cost of living was bad. The destruction of property also, we have it. So I am saying, I know unakasirika sana, mtu anakasirika ukikosewa na mwingine. But ukiona ile makasiriko ya William mpaka anasema ngoga piga mtu risasi mguu. By the way, if he has forgotten, Lex Masai died because...
So guys, this is so chilling, this is so surprising to hear this from a senior politician in Kenya. This is scary, it is beyond scary. Ati kuna mamwili Kware. Watu enda waangalie Kware kuna mamwili. If he's talking this from the intel, then people find bodies there. Tuko kwa ngori nyingine bigi sana. Kama prisoners alitumika again. Jesus Christ. Either way, subscribe, hit notification bell. Tunaenda easy hiyo design kukufahamisha na kukutadarisha uko rada sana easy hiyo design. See you in the next one. Subscribe, hit notification bell.